Hello? Anybody out there? Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Just checking to see if anybody's gonna show up. No?
She fell through midnight's open now, through broken
It's really
stars
slow.
and dying light.
I hope it's working.
Mother lost between two worlds, a spark against the endless night. The doorway pulled her
There we go. Let's see if we can get this to work here. The song you're hearing is it's a poem that I wrote based on Rebecca Lopez from The Last Queen of the Underverse, the book, ostensibly, which hopefully some of you have read. If not, I hope you will read, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. If not, I hope you guys will leave a review one day. Let's see if I can on it. Sorry. I'm trying to do more here directly on here on this page live, so that you guys can hopefully feel more interacted here. There we go. So there'll be a link here, hopefully that's live here on this particular thing. So some of you who haven't seen me do this here live, do a live thing here on the Underverse Chronicles before, which I don't think I've had. I think I've only just posted just videos directly. It's I've mostly just done most of that stuff on my personal page. So I'm going to try to do most of the stuff here directly here. So yeah, and my goal is to try to do more of these things here for you guys. Just to give you updates on what's going on with the series, answer any questions if anybody gets used to them. Most of these things I'm probably going to do on the weekends. It's basically the only time I got really time to do it, because I work during the week, and occasionally I do have to do work on the weekends, but most of the weekends is when only I have time to actually do something like this. So if anybody's interested in asking me questions about the book series, you can always drop them in the DMs on me and let me know there, and that way I can go there. So if anybody who's seen the post already, I'm currently about almost done with the first draft of book 3. Of course, I've already got self-published books 1 and 2. Currently, I'm still working on getting audio books kind of roughly edited for books 1 and 2. It's mainly me just doing the audio narration. So as you can see, this is the voice you will hear. I still don't like the voice that you hear, so here's that. But currently, that's where it's at this point. It's going to be a long process for this. It's not going to be something that's going to happen overnight. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen just like that. It's not. Right now, my main focus is to get the first draft of book 3 done. I want to get that done and published by at least get the third book published and self-published before Christmas. At least that's the goal. I'd like to have it done before Thanksgiving. At least, again, that's the goal. Eventually, I'd like to get all the books done. The goal is to have it's supposed to be a 5-book series. If you haven't heard already, that's the goal. So this is now a 5 books. It was supposed to be 1 book. Then it got turned into 2 books thanks to Uncle Tom. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not blaming him. It was a smart choice. And now it's and then I got bushwhacked. Not bushwhacked. No, I'm just kidding. Shelby recommended she write a 3rd book, so now book 3. So now it's 3 books. But then again, I started writing some more stuff. Next thing I know, well, maybe it needs to be, well, what happens next? So there's where you have book 4 and book 5. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now, is in this whole entire thing. Is now it's going to be a 5-book series. I've already got titles picked out for all these books, at least for now. Book 3 is pretty much solid. It's going to be called The Queen's Regret. So, spoilers, title there. So, you can tell that there's going to be some stuff happening in Book 3. Just saying. So, there you go. Book 3 is going to be The Queen's Regret. Now, some of you probably have seen some of the videos already. Some of you may not have seen any previous updates. I do post these things on my YouTube channel on Photodono. So, if you're interested in checking that out, you can go to photodono.com on YouTube. So it's Fotodono. It's pretty much where I'm everywhere. Not everywhere, but anytime you look at Photodono on my website or Instagram, stuff like that, you'll see stuff about some of the books and stuff. But if you go to my Photodono YouTube page, there's a whole playlist of different things I've done about the Underverse there. Mainly, it's cutesy little trailers, things like that about upcoming things for the book and stuff like that from when I was trying to promote this book and stuff like that. So there's things like they're there. So, but I'm now going to start uploading some of these things when they get there. So you'll see some of these things if you want to keep up with some of the updates. If anybody's who's interested in keeping up with that. But yeah. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now. Anybody who's still interested in getting copies of signed copies, there are signed copies still of these available. So you can get copies of these still. I still have them. I got book 1, and of course, if I can pick it up because it's so big. No, I'm just kidding. Book 2, and of course the novella. Is that how you pronounce it? Novella. I think it's Italian, isn't it? No, just kidding. It's this book right here, The Last Tales of MCK. And of course, it's always available on Amazon for Kindle subscribers. So you can you read it for there if you're on that. I always appreciate anybody who can go on to leave a review if you don't mind. That would be so sweet and awesome. If anybody does that, that would be great. Literally, I mean, I don't know. Personally, I never really thought I've never really thought of myself as an author. Really, I never really thought. Yeah, I write stuff. I write stuff for classes and stuff like that, but I never really thought of myself as an author. Basically, some people might, well, you've written over 266,000 words, blah blah blah. But so basically, you are an author now, and I don't. Personally, I have that mentality. No, I'm not an author. There's plenty of other authors out there who've written far more work than I will ever do. And even people who are seriously minded authors have basically write more. I mean, if you look at people like Andy Weir, who's ostensibly written 3 novels and had 2 movies made, has done more seriously minded, well, I'm not going to say seriously minded, who's written work that I would consider actually as a writer than me, who's done these fantasy books, as kind of like as a serious enthusiast hobby type of thing. So I saw, that's where I am at when I'm writing these books. I enjoy writing these books, and I'm passionate about these books, but I don't really consider myself to be like an author as somebody like in that kind of thing. But I'm still writing them and I'm still enjoying them. But with that said, I'm really just thankful for anyone who's read the books, shared the post, anybody who's left a review, bought a copy, and basically it simply cheered me on. I mean, your support has meant more than you can really let more than you know. It's been very helpful to me to keep continuing on. I mean, yeah, I'm not expecting to set the world on fire with this book series. I mean, the only person I'm really writing this book series for is really my son. Honestly, that's all it's for. You know, when I'm gone, this is the story that I'm leaving him. That's really all it's for. In the end, that's it. That's who it's for. It's not, I mean, I'm writing it, you know, for hopefully everyone enjoys it and stuff like that, but in the end, that's who the story is for. So, with all that said and done, I'm tickled pink that some of you out there who have decided to like this page, some of you have decided to leave a review, some of you have decided to leave comments, some of you said, hey, you know what, you made a mistake with geosynchronous orbit. I'm like, thank you. I appreciate that stuff. Because again, that just informs me where I can do some stuff. You know, when people say, well, you know, this book is kind of like this, like that, I appreciate that because again, it helps me make the story just a little bit better. So anything you can, you know, help me out with that, that's very cool and very awesome. I appreciate that. I mean, you know, if you just give me a one-liner, this is just girl boss trash, I'm going to laugh in your face, but, you know, sorry. You know, you're going to have to give me a little bit more than that, as far as I'm concerned. But other than that, I am tickled pink, though, with everyone's support and enthusiasm about this stuff. I mean, I've been told that at the beginning when I was writing this stuff that my villain was very weak-willed, and I needed to give him some pumping up. So I went back and I rewrote him all the way back from the beginning and pumped him up. It is what it is. But that was criticism I needed, so I did it. So yeah, I'm very open to listening to people about this stuff. So yeah. Yeah. Again, I appreciate everyone who's left me the comments, the criticisms, and I hope you guys continue to do so. Thank you all very much, and I'll let you guys know more. If you guys like this type of me interacting with you, let me know. Leave the comments. I like this. Do whatever you feel like is necessary about it. I appreciate it. Thanks again. Hope you guys have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you out there in the Underverse. Thanks.